Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sign here again with a new type of series here for Reforged Eden 2. And I spawned in an Omicron to use it as a test world, and holy crap at the Mlarodons. Also, they stacked up on top of my escape pod. So, there's just so many of them. I'm going to be comparing mining SVs, mainly the ones by Ente, because I just love how they look, right? And first one here is the Sprite, which is not technically a mining SV. Oh, Meteor Storm, nice. Perfect timing. But it comes with two blocks you can remove and then slot in some mechanical drill modules. And it actually already comes with a pretty sizable harvest controller. 3,200 volume on something this small is insane. Right. The next we have the Firefly, which is kind of, it's not really a starter, but this one is actually, I really enjoy this for asteroids, especially early game. Look at it, it's got a Pentaxa tank, it's got shields, it's got a turret on top, for defense, its own warp drive. When you're first starting out, getting off your starting planet, this is a pretty good ship to bring out. It is sitting at, where are you at? Here we go. 10,900 storage. But yeah, it holds like 3 times as much as, the Sprite. Next we have up here, this is the Tremor. Something I've actually never used yet. And it's usually by the time I remember it exists, I've moved on to a bigger mining SV. So definitely have to give this thing a try sometime, which is part of what this video is about. We are going to take these out and test drive them a little bit and see how they work. And you have got a jump drive in it. It has no shield from the looks of things, though. And it has 10,800, so slightly more than the Firefly. Similar design as the Sprite, though. Similar, aesthetics, I should say. We have Ente's newest one here, the M4 Miner. It's just released a couple days ago as of recording this video. And it's in the series of the M-class miners. There's the M1, 2, and 3, and now the 4. And there's also the HM2 and the HM3. Actually, shouldn't this one be called the HM4 instead of just the M4? Like the M2 and M3, and I think the M1 as well, were all CVs. The HM3 was an SV. I don't know, it's just a naming thing. For harvest, this one comes in at 11,480. 6 drills, same as the Tremor, holds a little bit more. She's going to be a bit more expensive, though. We look at it, no shield generator. She does have warp drive, or jump drive, right? And one single manual fire gat. What do you have for weapons? One single gat. Okay. So you have to manually protect yourself from drones, but you can still do it. You're not a sitting duck. And then here, this is the Mole. This was released a week ago, I want to say, at this point. Tiny, tiny little mining SV. It's got 2 drills, and compact as can be. This is kind of in the same, at least color pattern or palette as like the Medusa class ships, Medusa, Hydra, and the Warlord. Also the Marauder, which is a combat SV. But the thing is, there's only so much detailing you can do on a ship this size. So I may be wrong, but the color palette really reminds me of those type of ships. Harvest controller on this one, it comes in at 5,700, so it still holds more than the Sprite does. Let's see, do we have any bells and whistles? We have mobile constructor, very good. 1 turret, we have no jump drive, we have no shield. So very much a starting SV. But the turret is handy, can protect you while you're mining. Is it retractable? No, it's not. Then we have the absolute powerhouse, the HM3. This is like your end game SV high gravity planet miner. This thing is amazing. This thing is kind of insane when it comes to a few different things. One of which, 2 harvest controllers, 29,000 and 28,500, right? This thing can hold a ton of ore. Let's go back down the line again, because there's one thing I should have checked out. And that is, we're on Omicron, right? Omicron is a 0.98 G planet, so basically 1 G, right? Let's take a look at the stat page. So, 36 tons of vertical. Okay. Firefly comes in at 80 tons, so it holds quite a bit more, or can haul quite a bit more. Tremor is 83.7 tons. Wow, really? Okay. Well, that also includes the weight of the ship in the calculations for all that. So, right, the M4 comes in at 81 tons. So the Tremor can actually, weight-wise, pull more than the M4 can. Okay, that's good to know. 50 tons on the Mole, which is kind of nuts for as small as this thing is, to be completely honest. And then we have the HM3, 626 tons. This is a high gravity ship, right? Do not fill it completely on a high gravity planet. You will regret things. But it can hop down on a high G planet, mine a bunch, and get out. Let's see. Probably also look at unlock levels, right? Level 10. The lowest is going to be level 10 because that is the level you unlock mechanical drill modules. Right, this will be a level 12. This one will be at level 12, right? Yeah, level 12. Shields and jump drives bump it to level 12. This is a level 12. What's the Mole? The Mole is a level 10. So it has no shield jump drive, you know, all that fun stuff. And this is like a level 25, I think, right? Yeah, this is max level. So you're not getting the HM3 on your starting planet, that's for sure. I mean, for one, it's got a fusion core in it, so. So if we're just going for aesthetics, you know, the Firefly is awesome. It looks like a converted fighter, right? Definitely get behind that. I have actually ripped out the drills and replaced them with weapons, and it does pretty good at base assaults and whatnot. Like I said, I'm really taking the Tremor out for a spin. I did a little driving in another test world with the M4, and it's kind of squirrely when it's empty. It is severely overthrustered, and so whenever it's got nothing in it, yeah. And the HM3 is the same way. And I've never tried the Mole, so. Okay, so first things first. Here's a question, right? Dig's reasonably fast. Pretty much they're all going to dig at roughly the same speed, as long as they have mechanical drills. The reason I'm doing this, though, here, let's do this. Can you turn around inside your own hole, right? And the answer to that question is no. The sprite actually gets stuck. But if you keep pressing down on the drills, you can spin around and hop back out easily. I said easily. That is more due to my lack of piloting skills than it is any problem with the ship, right? Of course, that little just plunge into the dirt there. 100 crushed stone, 12 salt. Yeah, that's like 7% of our capacity. So I'm just going to go ahead and park this thing. Now the Firefly. This one, it's a good mining ship. It is a really good mining ship. It does have a slight issue, though. It doesn't dig a symmetrical hole. You can kind of tell that the hole is kind of bigger in the middle than it is on the sides. Which is honestly not bad, right? However, it can easily spin around inside of its own hole that it dug. Now the Sprite is like your little utility, get my butt off the ground vessel, and you can make it do multiple things. I just chose to put drills on it. We got roughly the same amount of stone in this one, and strangely, it's actually about the same. Oh no, it's because I'm still looking at the Sprite. I'm like, it's the same numbers. What? The harvest controller. Here we go. Yeah, almost 400 crushed stone and 6 salt. So yeah, 4 times as much. Next up is the Tremor. Like I said, I've never piloted this one before. Oh, it is a very zippy little thing. It's got good turning. Why is it turning? Aiming, or what do you want to call it? But digs a really good sized hole as well. Nice and even too. Notice how the firefly was kind of almost a scallop shape. Not so much a problem with this one. And easily turns around inside of its own hole without any issues. No touching it all and stuff until I try piloting out of here, and yeah. That's just me. Alright. Okay. Very, very, very all over the place though when it's empty. Which most good SV miners will be all over the place when they're empty. Otherwise, you won't be able to move when you're full. Alright, this is the HM4. And it moves even better than the trimmer does. Same amount of drills. Oh, hey, I discovered a POI. Nice. Alright. Now, can we... It catches a little, but it will turn around in its own hole. That is good, especially if you're mining asteroids in space and, you know, you get drones rocking up on you or whatever. You want to be able to get out without too many issues. You don't want to get stuck, especially if your butt's kind of exposed, because they will just chew you up and spit you out. At the mole. Ooh, that is... okay. Very maneuverable. This thing only has 2 drills. This is going to be, by far, the cheapest to bring in. Okay. Turret is getting a little hung up. There we go. I pushed in too fast and it, put the little, like, projection at the top of the tunnel and I got stuck. One thing, it keeps trying to land. You see the landing gear on the back end there, right? Okay, now can we spin around? No, we cannot. Okay. Dig just a little bit off to one side, though, and it spun around without any issues. So I can't quite turn around inside of its own hole, but honestly, it wasn't an issue to get it out anyway. And then we have the powerhouse, the HM3. Yeah. Jump drive, everything. I mean, this is classic Ente in here. This is beautiful. All right. And this one's going to dig faster than all the others because, well, it's got the laser drills, right? One thing I'm noticing, if you move too fast forward, you're going to get stuck because it doesn't give the drills enough time to get all the little jagged bits off the walls. This thing's got a really good spread on its drills, though. It mines out perfectly its own width. Now, here's the thing, right? Can we spin? Yeah, it gets stuck a little bit, but it will spin around. It might have been slightly off-center as well, but the fact that, you know, as massive as this ship is, I say massive, as much storage and whatnot as it can hold. Yeah, see, I screwed myself up because I changed my angle as I was digging the hole in, and I created a choke point. So if you're going to do that, you know, mine in and then try to escape through your own hole, yeah, don't turn, right? Oh, we have another meteor shower. Nice. And go ahead and turn you off. So, did test runs with all of these? Alright. Cost, right? Want to look at the cost on these? The mole. The mole is dirt cheap. It's got a good amount of carbon in it, and that's mainly for decorative blocks, shapings, and whatnot. But everything's under 1,000. Right? No issues at all there. Next cheapest, the Sprite is probably going to be pretty close, actually. Right? The Sprite's actually even cheaper. So, yeah. So if you want a cheap vessel, bring this in. If we look at it here, the Sprite is a level 7. So you can bring this in level 7. When you hit level 10, throw some drills on it, you're good to go. If you take the time, you could modify the mole and then save a copy of it without drills and bring that in at level 7 as well and then do the same thing. Next cheapest, I'm going to guess is... It's going to be the trimmer, I think, right? Would be the next cheaper one. This is when you're going to notice the prices are going to jump up a decent amount, right? We have aluminium powder. Well, that's because it has a jump drive. You need aluminium for jump drives. It's got a little bit of titanium, good amount of cobalt, about 2,000 carbon substrate, but that's honestly not bad to bring in. Let's see if I was right now. Yep. The Firefly is a little more expensive. It has more decorative blocks to it, right? It's also got, you know, Neo, it's got aluminium, all sorts of goodies in here. But, like, the Firefly is definitely designed as a... Oh, I'm not in a creative world, though. I just loaded up a new survival world, so I'd be able to test these things out properly. Yeah, it's got a bunch of bells and whistles on it that you can work at it as a, portable base as well. We got your fridge here, O2 station. There's your armor locker. We come over here. There's your constructor. Up here, there's your shield generator access. If you want to upgrade it, you can just open those shutters up and point your multi-tool at it. I mean, it's got everything you need for a decent expedition and then come back to your base later. Tremor, I believe, has got a good portion of those devices as well. Let's see. It's got an armor locker. It's got wireless, obviously, right? It's got a fridge. I don't see an oxygen, though, right? It does have an oxygen station. Okay, just wasn't... Oh, yeah, right there. I'm just blind. Do you have a constructor? No. So if you're going to be away from your base for a long time, or at least a decent amount of time, I would bring the Firefly instead of the Trimmer. Just simply because you'd be able to process ores on the go and keep mining, right? Now the M4, this is the new one. How expensive are you? That places in right about the same level as the Tremor. Honestly, it's just a few carbon more expensive. Device-wise, we got a fridge, we have O2 station, we look in maintenance, we have an armor locker. It has a constructor, unlike the Tremor, so that is a leg up there as well. And just for kicks, should we look at the price on this last one here? We know it's going to be bad, right? 4,500 copper, 3,800 carbon, 22 plasma converters, graphite, viscosium in a restrum, reactor core, quantum processors. Yeah, only needs 2 quantums, but still. Quantums. What is it? 32 bridges and 24 matrix. Yeah. This is a late game high G beast, is what that is. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely have to say I'm liking the M4. It is a little expensive to bring in on starting planets because it has that jump drive. So you need the aluminium. Stacks up relatively well, actually. It could be a complete replacement for the Firefly, and the bonus of that is it is quite a bit smaller. It is not nearly as wide. But yeah, the Sprite is an option, but personally, I think from now on I'll just go with the mole because it's got one of the main things. It's got a turret, right? I like the fact that I can be mining and this thing will take care of things for me. I don't have to stop what I'm doing, turn, shoot, and then go back to mining. Not to mention, this thing actually hauls more, mass-wise. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah, definitely the miner, M4 miner fits perfectly in with, Ente's, especially the industrial aesthetic. Let's see. I think I have like the rest of the M series here too, don't I? And we've got, scroll down some more. Yeah, here's the M1. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen me use quite a bit. Do not ask this thing to turn around in its own hole. It could probably do it, but you use it for space mining. You need to turn around. You just say screw it. You just punch straight through the asteroid. But you can notice it's the same aesthetic of the other two M-class ships we have over here. Nope, not that one. This one. And if we go to... I've got a lot of blueprints. Then we have the M2A, which is a Reforged Eden build. And we have the M3, which is also Reforged Eden, but Reforged Eden 1 build. The M3, I actually do have a variant of this that will come into Reforged Eden 2, but I had to strip a lot of stuff off of it to make it work, right? This is stock. One, it has 10 mining lasers. Reforged Eden 2, you're only allowed to have 8 from now on. So, it's very much the same aesthetic, is the point I'm getting at. Yeah, here, I'll just go ahead and bring it in, right? Oh, that's the M2A. I want the M3. And this is what I had to do to this poor ship to get it to come in, right? Oh. Yeah, it looks a little snub-nosed. There we go. So we're down to 8 mining lasers. We have... Thank you. Multi-turret in the front. And you'll notice we're missing all of the automated turrets, pretty much, right? I did slap a bunch of light Gatlings on that in the future, after you unlock those, you can replace them or whatnot. Yeah, I really had to pare this thing down to get it to come into Reforged Eden 2. Unfortunate, but yeah, what are you going to do? But I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, Zion signing out. Have fun.